Another form of defense is the landmine, a small explosive device buried underground close to the surface that can be triggered by nearby motion, tripwire, direct pressure or remote control, and is usually placed in a large group or minefield to deny passage of people or equipment from a certain area or channel enemy forces into a chosen zone. Minefields can also guard borders or beaches, roads or salient points such as the Korean Divide or Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, currently the world's highest concentration of landmines. The history of landmines goes back to pre-explosive days, when small pits were dug and hidden to catch a foot or break the ankle of an enemy combatant. These were enhanced with sharpened sticks, sometimes treated with a poison or rotten garbage. Caltrops were small iron barbs scattered on the ground to delay advancing troops. With the advent of gunpowder and explosives, the Chinese placed bamboo stalks filled with black powder and iron and buried in the ground. Some were triggered manually by a hidden assailant. Self-detonating bombs were described as early as 1277, some using a flint and wheel device to ignite the main charge once triggered by a passing soldier. In Europe, landmines were laid with tripwires connected to a snap-haunce or flintlock igniter. These were utilized in the defense of major fortifications. American Confederate troops built the first modern mechanically fused anti-personnel mines in 1862. Captain Rains had employed explosive booby traps against Indians in the Seminole Wars and developed the Rains mine. Over 2,000 were deployed by the end of the war. In 1908, Andrew Schaff designed the modern proximity landmine. There are many types of landmine, from anti-personnel mines that can be seeded from the air by artillery or aircraft bomb, to anti-tank devices and even nuclear landmines left by a retreating army. The British even developed and deployed gas landmines during the First World War. A landmine can be triggered by pressure, vibration, magnetism or sound. Modern mines have an anti-handling trigger as well, to stop anyone trying to move or disarm the mine. Modern anti-personnel mines are made of plastic with very few metal components, which makes them hard to detect with a metal detector. A typical mine would be set in the ground and, if a pressure-sensitive type, covered with light ground debris for camouflage. When stepped on, a spring-initiated firing pin would drop, hitting a detonator cap, not unlike a hand grenade, and trigger the main charge, injuring or killing the soldier. Modern designs opt to injure the soldier, disabling him, and forcing two or more other soldiers to carry or assist the casualty. One type of anti-personnel mine was developed by the Germans during the First World War. Called the S-mine or Shrapnellmine, it was the first of a category called bounding mines, and commonly known as the Bouncing Betty. This design was copied by the United States in the M16 mine and subsequent models. Copies in other countries function in the same way. Fitted with a sensitive vibration or contact sensor protruding from the ground, these could also be triggered by tripwire. When disturbed, a spring-loaded striker activates a firing cap and a pyrotechnic delay. This sets up a timing sequence to allow the intended victim to step off the mine. When the delay is burned through, a small black powder charge detonates and a second delay fuse ignites, shooting the main body of the mine up out of the ground to a height around 1 meter, where the later fuse ignites the main explosive charge, shooting ball bearings or shrapnel in a 360-degree spread and capable of inflicting injury up to 200 meters. Anti-tank mines are usually much larger and require greater pressure to activate. A person or light vehicle might not trigger an anti-tank mine. Modern anti-tank mines are capable of such magnetic sensitivity as to be able to distinguish types of vehicle passing by, and therefore only detonating when a known enemy vehicle passes, allowing friendly forces uninterrupted passage. During the First World War, the British even developed a gas mine, which, once disturbed, would deploy poison gas. The Soviet Union and the United States both developed such mines. Perhaps the most devastating is the nuclear landmine, left in the ground behind a retreating army and set to detonate when an enemy force passes. The United States still retains a small stockpile of such devices. Landmines have another negative effect inasmuch as they continue to do their job long after the conflict has ended. Millions of mines remain unmarked in the ground around the world and continue to kill and maim innocent civilians and children. International treaties and pressure groups, including the international campaign to ban landmines, have sought to eliminate these devices from arsenals everywhere and to have existing minefields destroyed. The Ottawa Treaty of 1997 saw the prohibition of anti-personnel mines come into effect. The ban included the use of, manufacture or sale of mines as well as stockpiling. As of 2007, 158 nations have signed the agreement and 37 have not. They include China, Israel, Pakistan, India, Russia and the United States, who still maintain the Korean DMZ minefields.